first episode is here, and we have our guest, Timothy Williams.
The Developer Diaries no one dares to share, made by techies, told without filters. These are raw, honest diary style podcasts where real developers openly talk about the ugly truth, working in tech, and places where Kenyan and African techies can finally speak the quiet parts out loud.
Happy to have you, Timothy. How are you?
Doing good.
Yeah,
So happy to be here.
Happy to host you today for the first episode of the Diaries Made by Techies. So the talk is about you being a fourth-year student and what it is like to be heading out. You know, you'll be heading out in a couple of months. How many mwaka, right? It's just this year.
Yeah, it should be my last.
Okay. So, do you mind telling us about yourself and what you do in tech?
So Timothy is my name.
Yeah.
And I'm a fourth-year student at Technical University of Kenya currently. And currently I'm working on building skills, especially front-end skills.
Okay.
So that has to do with JavaScript and many technologies and frameworks.
Okay.
That industry. Yeah. Possibly later on we'll get to the back-end side of system.
A framework. The front-end framework. Is it JS, Python?
So for the front end, I'm thinking of Angular. Yeah. Venturing into Angular.
So you haven't started yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. That's nice. You know, for us people who are still majority of my listeners, they are new into the tech. So you mentioned Angular. Maybe you can break it down to the group. What it is in simple terms for a layman person who doesn't understand what Angular is.
So usually you have a base language, and for a base language you have JavaScript.
Okay.
And then on top of that you have other libraries that make it easier to do a lot of other things. Okay? So now we have Angular, which has added libraries for JavaScript, so that you can do more work with it.
Okay. Nice, that's nice. And what inspired you to be in tech? What inspired you to choose your pathway in tech?
Okay, that's interesting because since I was a kid, my mom used to buy me these toys and these toy cars.
Okay.
And sometimes I would open them up just to see how they are inside.
Curiosity.
Yeah, and that curiosity, and my mom even stopped buying those toys for me because I would keep breaking them. Yeah, but later on, that curiosity of wanting to see how things work, I took it to another level when it comes to technology, when it comes to mobile phones. So I get my hands on a phone, I would go through it, what's where, the ins and outs. Yeah, and that really made me to love technology and want to learn how it actually works. Yeah.
That's nice. Alright, so your experience after joining the tech, the journey in the university of learning, pursuing you're pursuing your degree, right?
Yeah.
Pursuing your degree, how is your journey from day one to where you are today?
So far, I'd say, okay, in terms of expectations, they have been met, a lot of them, because now, let's say, I wanted to know how softwares, how the hardware, how it works.
How it works.
Yeah.
Okay.
And my schoolwork, we've done a lot of that.
Okay.
We've done a number of languages, some low-level languages, C hash, a bit of it. Okay. We've done the hardware part, the business also. We've done the audits, gates, getting circuits, we have this something called 8-segment display. We've done all those things. And And I think at this point, I've learned a lot when it comes to how the software and the hardware have been matched together. But then I also talk about the how my expectations were not met. Okay. Because there's a lot of study. Like I mentioned, there was so many things. And then you add on top of that, you have math.
Okay.
You have math, you have to learn the hardware, you have to learn.
You also have to learn the software part of it.
Yes, so there was so much things to learn, and if you're not really dedicated enough, you can fall behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as much as we're getting the knowledge we require, things that we need to know, still a lot. We need to make time for it.
Okay. Nice. How do you feel being a fourth year student? Are you feeling now that you have all that knowledge, and do you feel like you're comfortable enough because you have learned the hardware, the software part? You believe like you're now the expertise?
I won't say expert yet, maybe in the future, but I at least enjoy the level where I am right now.
Okay.
Since now as I'm finishing, I have more time in my hands. Able to work on projects with ease. It's because I have the foundation that I need to get to the next level. Yeah, so I'm pretty confident. I'm happy at this stage.
No, that's nice. That's nice. What do you think is the pressure that makes a student encounter the pressure in life and in school before they graduate? What are some of the pressures that they encounter?
I think one of the main ones has to do with AI, especially right now.
Yeah. We are at the age of AI.
And if you hear and read online, everyone is saying it's going to replace software developers. There will be no jobs, like programming and coding and all those things. It gives a lot of pressure if actually you choose the right course, or maybe you can shift to another thing. Yeah. But I still feel, even though there is that pressure, still there's something you can offer. Even though AI is there, you can still learn how to work with it.
Even with the AI, it's not like AI will come and fix like this remote,
Yeah.
It needs a human touch, which needs an expertise who will open the screws, open the remote itself, and then close it back and find where the damage was, and then close it back. Like AI is not totally here to replace us, but it's here to help us increase our knowledge. Do you think majority of students are scared of AI?
I think so. In as much as maybe they are not saying maybe in a forum or something or anything, but many are still feeling like AI is going to replace them. So now they are starting to think, what other options do I have? What is I take that I can get into? Start asking yourself such questions because of the AI. Yeah.
So like, should the student feel comfortable by using AI to learn? But there's a comment that I saw on Twitter. Someone was saying that instead of taking long hours learning like C or C++, you can just use AI to just summarize everything for you, and then you start by coding.
It's a trap. It's a trap. Okay. I like to think AI as the invention of the calculator. Before math was being done, people used to do calculations, even big amounts of numbers and data. But then the calculator came, it made it easier. Maybe those who are the human calculators, yeah, weren't getting jobs, but at least it made work easier. And even though the calculator was invented, now those who are doing those manual calculations, they had to learn how to use a calculator so that they can make their work easier and more faster. So in as much as it reduces the jobs, it still opens opportunities in other areas that we never touched on. Yeah. So when it comes to AI, it's still the same. It's just a tool that you can use to produce more and be efficient in your work. Yeah. But I think as you're starting, I think you need to do the hard part, the hard work. You learn and get yourself to understand the baseline, the low level stuff well, so that now when you go to the point where you are almost to coding, at least you know what's happening.
You know
You
what's
can
happening.
change.
Yeah, and also with the same case is that if you're not good at prompting, you'll find that you're giving AI the wrong prompt and then it gives you the wrong results. So now you find that you too, you are lost.
Yeah.
So if you're not good in what you're doing, even with debugging, if you're debugging something and then you find that you are unable to understand what's happening, AI won't help you because it's also needs your guidance.
So you need to learn the basics, get good at them so that
So in short, AI is not like here to replace us totally. It still
just-
needs the human touch. It's just like a summarization of a book,
yeah.
whereby you will need and expect it to summarize what it's all about, but at the end of it, you will still need to read the book because you're not even prepare summary.
Yeah.
Nikikupea summary, there are some few words that will be filtered out. Yeah, so you find that it will be hard for you if you're not good at prompting or if you are not good at using AI for your own advantage. Okay, so moving on, are you scared of life after your fourth year or your life journey after school? Are you scared? Okay.
Not that much. I'm actually happy and optimistic of the future. At least now I have more time on my hands to focus on one thing. Let's say if I'm building a project or something, I don't want to focus on it. Like I don't have to worry that I have to attend classes, I have to some assignments, prepare for exams, all those things. At least now I have that focus. Now with the knowledge I already have, I can prepare myself to the next step.
Now you'll be more focusing on yourself.
Yeah.
That is, no more assignments. And no more like the rush hour. At my time we used to be those people who rush the last minute to read for exam.
Yeah. I'm gonna better share that.
And it's very crazy because you have like 7 books, you have to read all of them, and the exam is tomorrow. Now you're panicking, you're tensed, you feel like, even you can't get anything that you're reading. So you feel like you're also lost. But anyway, what do you think? It's the one thing that people talk about the tech students.
One thing that they don't talk about.
They talk about the tech students.
So
You can have the what people talk about, or you can also have the what people don't talk about.
let's say on what maybe many students haven't been told about. And I think it's getting work experience before you even finish. As much as we have the attachment to the fourth year, still before then, at least you can, once you try to have the chance to work
Experience.
during the holidays, when it's like 3 months or 2 months, at least you can go out there, see how people interact,
Okay.
people how developers work together,
Mm-hmm.
projects,
Mm-hmm.
and at least then when you finish, at least you have a lot of knowledge on how things are going out there. Yeah.
Nice. So that is based on the what people talk about, right?
What people don't talk about. It's not mentioned a lot.
It's not mentioned out loud. And what do you think people should talk about?
Should talk about.
Yeah. For the tech students, what do you think people should be talking about? Is it learning the AI? People should be talking about not to be scared about being replaced, but keep on learning something else.
Yeah. I think as students, you need to continue learning, to understand how programs work,
Okay.
how everything works from its basics, and try to also create something using that knowledge
Okay.
so that you can be able to reach to a point where you are
Comfortable enough.
with working on any system, especially using any language, because at least you're able to focus on one thing. And I really like how people mention that one can try to just pick one language and just stick to it. Any project that you have, try to work out how you can solve the problem using just that one language. After a while, you'll be able to understand why is this language, why do we use like JavaScript, why do we use it, why would I not use it, why would I
Not use another language. That's so deep. Very true. Very true. Okay. Do you think personal branding is important for the tech students?
It's very important. I think it's a soft skill that you really need. Because there are so many tech students and developers,
True.
and you'll find that you need to stand out. You need people to see whatever you have worked on or what you are building once. At least they can step into your journey, they can see how you are moving forward. And it brings motivation. And apart from that, people can be able to see what kind of a developer you are, how you come about solving problems that you come about, debugging, and all those things. Yeah. So at least a recruiter can even know what kind of profile you have as a developer, even before they hire you.
Very true. I'm also a personal brand expert. So something else, the importance of tech students to build their own personal brand is that it creates trust. And it also opens doors to recruiters. Like recruiters can see your profile, which you have been posting, and see how valuable you can be to their companies. And it also opens opportunities to even speaking engagements that you never thought of. So you get the chance to have a speaking engagement, talking about your expertise, talking about what you're building, and also you become a mentor to other people. So it's a great thing since we are in the age of digital tools and AI and stuff. So if you're building your personal brand, it will open doors that you never thought of. Yeah, very true. Very true. But have you started building your visibility?
Yeah, I've started. So I haven't been consistent with it, but I've started. So I'm trying to post here and there, and also engage with other developers as much as I can with whatever they post. And yeah, I've been trying to put myself out there.
That's nice. It's a matter of time. and one day it will peak because it's a matter of how many times people can be seeing you at their FYP, like for you page. If I scroll today and then I come across your post, Timothy, you talked about front end, and then tomorrow I see you're talking about back end, and then tomorrow giving tips on how to be a good front end developer. You see, with time I will hit your inbox or your DM to see on how we can collaborate. Either you come in and join my team at the front end because that's what I've been seeing you talking about, or come in and be part of us as a CTO or something, And so that is the importance of being visible. So it's just a step by step, but with time things will just catch up. So do you have any advice for people who are students who are afraid of posting out there?
One thing I can see is nobody cares. First of all, someone will read your post and maybe he'll judge you and he'll say you didn't. Maybe the point you are trying to didn't come well. So you maybe write a comment that maybe you may feel it's critical. But then after a while, you'll even forget you even commented there.
Yeah.
So you find that
the world is moving.
Yeah, people are moving fast and they forget. Yeah. So you might be posting and you feel like people are judging you even after a week. You think people are still thinking about the post you made last week. People already forgot about it and they moved on. So one thing when it comes to posting, and the advice I can give is just post.
Just post.
Once you have an idea and you feel it can help someone and you feel it can move you forward in your journey, especially when it comes to branding yourself, then you can give it a go ahead.
Oh, okay. That's nice. So what's that one thing that you have been struggling with during your journey in school, also in tech as well?
Been struggling with studying and understanding and remembering. It's been an issue for me. So I require a lot of time to study, maybe let's say one concept, get to understand it well, able to see where I can apply it in the future. All of that takes a lot of time. And now, thinking of university, you have so many classes, so many units you're working on for a short period of time. So if you are studying like that, you'll be able to cover much and it reach a point where you have a lot that you
need to cover.
Yeah.
That you need to cover.
That's been the problem I've been struggling with.
Okay. Alright, so do you have any experience with self-doubt, imposter syndrome, or even feeling like you're discouraged, like you should just quit?
Yeah, I feel that way a lot, especially as I've mentioned about my learning style, how I can be able to understand whatever I'm learning. Sometimes I'll even go for an exam, even for a CAT, like I didn't study well. So I studied and I know a bit of it that I understand, I can't remember. Easy for me to forget, but I still need to read a lot enough so that I can go for an exam. And also now you see others, everyone is reading well, they are comprehending really fast. So you feel like you're behind. I feel like I'm behind many of the times. I think that's been one of my main challenges.
Okay, so that made you feel like you're not in yourself, or even like quitting. You feel like you want to quit.
Yeah, because it's a lot of reading. You might as well just do something different.
So, what are some of the failures that taught you big lessons?
Yes. I think one of them is being afraid to put myself out there. Also, waiting for opportunities to come. And those are the things I maybe regret. Because not putting yourself out there now, people won't know what you're thinking, they don't know what you're up to. The text space, and you need that so that you can move to the next level. Yeah. So those two things, yeah, they're things that I've been struggling with, and
Okay.
I'm trying as much as possible to correct so that I can continue putting myself out there, take on the opportunities, look for opportunities wherever I can find, so that I can gain experience.
Okay, and people in communities, like you see here, this is Web3. And so a community for developers, they usually have events like community events for Friday. You can join in and link up with different developers, will introduce to different people, and then they will introduce to tech companies or startups, and that's how you grow. Before you, when you're done with school, you find that, I know so and so, I know so and so. They can then come to a job opportunities or something. So you find that it's also a way.
Good suggestion.
Yeah. So, another question: do you think that school prepares students for the real world tech journey?
Yes, it prepares, but I don't think not to the standard that the workplace actually requires. When it comes to technical abilities, it helps. At least you know how the software works, how programming languages work,
Okay.
different types. You know all of that. It's now when you go out there and start working. Maybe let's say you're working on on another technology that you never worked on. Since you already learned some other language works, it's easier to get into it. You would need to start from scratch, learn everything. At least you have something you can add on top so that you can start working on it very fast. And yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sure, very true, very true. Okay, so what is that some of the skills that students need outside the classroom? Outside, like being with class, you're more focused in the software development or even the hardware one. So, which other skills do you think that a student should have?
I think soft skills, for
Yeah,
example, communication skills,
communicate with people.
elaborate your points,
Sure,
you
sure.
understand, you need to know how to work with people, how to resolve issues they come up. You also need to know how to negotiate so that you can get a good salary, and so many other things that you need to learn.
Yeah.
So that you can succeed in that space.
True, very true. Also, I wanted to add on my presentation. I've also attended a lot of hackathons, and you find that someone has a very great idea, has a nice project plan, but the presentation, it presents out. So if you're having that idea or that thing that you're thinking behind the scene that will be a solution of the problem that you guys are trying to solve at that moment, the presentation matters. Because that's what the judges want to see, something that is appealing to their eyes, something that people will remember. So presentation also adds to it. How difficult do you think it is to find internship? or even job hunting. It can be job hunting and you're still learning. It can still work.
Yeah, I haven't taken like job hunting that serious before as a student. So that way, a lot I'm studying, so it have like actually think about getting a job and all of that. But I still think opportunities are there to be able to get work,
Okay.
internships, and everything, so that you can be able to
The
build
game.
up on these needs.
Yeah, and also it's
Yeah.
sorry to cut you short. It's also part of adding experience. Imagine you're in that year, and then you have already an internship for a startup, just a front-end developer or designer. So once you for a couple of months, and then you upgrade, and then they love your work. Before you complete your studies for the fourth year, you might have landed even the permanent job because you have gained the practical skills and you have gained also the experience itself, working experience in you. So it's part of you growing your civic and experience.
Yeah, it's true. Getting that experience, even if it's twice or even once, before you actually finish, it's going to help, especially once you're out there.
So, what's your opinion on remote work and freelancing for students?
I talk about freelancing. It's a space I've been trying to get into. I think it's good. It's a good experience because now there you other than, let's say, if you are creating websites for businesses, even for people, apart from creating those websites, you have to learn other things.
Sure.
Like marketing.
Yeah.
You need to know how to market yourself, how to package yourself, know what the business actually needs. You need to know how to communicate well, tell them that you're actually the best person in this task. Okay, this is how you're going to do it. This is how you perfect them. And these skills, apart from it being good as a freelancer, even at the workplace, I think there are still skills that you can use as you are working.
That's nice. So, what are you currently building or towards to? What are you working towards to? What building? Are you building something? Maybe you're building a project or something?
Okay. Not yet build a project. I'm looking forward to building like a cornerstone project. At the moment, I'm still learning JavaScript.
Okay.
Let's say I'm in the intermediate level. Just to brush up some concepts, and I can get to a framework.
Okay. Okay, that's good. I believe it's good when you have like a project that you're supposed to have completed before you're out of school, and it's part of presentation for the dean or the teachers.
Actually, we have projects, and personally, I'm working on a project where businesses can be able to connect to this platform, and they can be able to know the type of licenses that they can be able to, that they need to apply and pay for, even the taxes that they need to pay,
Okay.
depending on the area.
Okay.
Especially, for example, if you're in Nairobi,
Yeah.
there are different county laws
Okay.
to follow. Go to Mombasa, they have theirs in other counties. So I just wanted a platform which can unify all of that, that any business from whichever place can go to Google, can go to see what they need to do.
They can also venture in. So, what do you know, how will I phrase that? What kind of impact do you want to leave in tech?
Next thing, I love math and physics, and I love how even as a study in university, I love how both of them they can come together. For example, in terms of math, there are a lot of math concepts and even subjects like matrices, in algebra. Such concepts I used to be the computer science softwares I made, like for example how data is stored, how you can compute efficiently, all has to do with math. So my impact would be like for students who probably will not get a chance to go to the university, and how these two things work together. I would like to offer a platform where I can be able to help students or even others at the low level to understand how math and physics come together to bring out the computer science that we have today.
That is nice, because majority of us don't have math, but we are teachers.
It's a fun subject.
Oh my God. For me, back in high school, I wasn't, I didn't like maths and I didn't like physics. But right now, as a developer, I need to love maths. It's a must. Because majority of it's a matter of rating from this div to another div at the same time. Math sijapotea. I still need that mathematics, and I still need to understand. First, the quantum, is it quantum or quantum? Quantum.
Oh, actually, I've been studying about that field. So it's a field of physics where it has to do with the atoms, how the structure and how they behave.
Okay. All right. So, what is your message to the upcoming students? What's your message to them?
First of all, some may not know what language to speak in.
Yeah, true.
So just pick one. I'd suggest maybe Python or even JavaScript, because it has a lot of use cases. Just work on it, learn it, use it for as many projects as you can, even the simple ones, get comfortable with it. And after like 6 months, even a year, you can now move to another one. At least the knowledge of your first language can be able to know why would I use this language, why would I not, pros and cons using certain language. This language is that good. That's
great advice. That's a great one. And what would you tell your younger self for joining tech? What would you tell that developing?
Tell them to learn how to study, learn how to understand concepts. Because also, in as much as university you need to learn, then once you finish, you get to the workplace, you don't be using this new technology, now you have to go to the implementation, you have to read all of that, you have to know how the language works, the framework, how it works, and if you are not good at learning, then you find it a hard time to understand it and even come to use it when you are employed. So learning how to learn, being good at it, being efficient with it, something that I would really appreciate if I was to tell my young Timothy.
Do you think that loving what you do applies? Like love mathematics, love computer science, love the hardware. Do you think it's kind of a push for someone to be successful in the tech space?
Yes, it's important.
Other than feeling like you're forcing. There's also that feeling of, I can not force, I'm not getting anything. I'm forcing.
There are those times for some they find it hard. So like they have to force themselves.
Okay.
Now I would suggest you want to try to find the fun. For example, try to learn the history, like who created, maybe let's say it's a formula. Who made the formula? What made you create the formula? What problem is it facing? Actually, I learned that. I don't know if it's true, but and that it's like Newton, in order to discover the gravity, he had to come up with his own math.
I did about that too.
Yeah. So now, if you think of it that way, now when you are reading calculus, like think of Isaac Newton, why did he create this formula, for what reason? At least now you have something that is interesting apart from learning the formula. At least comes together with it.
Okay. Something else you want to add as we wrap up?
I'd like to say is, even though AI is here, I also feel the pressure that because it's here, now we won't get jobs. Or even if you get them, then you have a lot to succeed by having AI and using it as a tool and thinking of it just as a tool can help one to push themselves now to work on even bigger goals, bigger things. And one shouldn't be afraid of AI at all.
Okay. Don't be afraid of AI. So, if you're listening, don't be afraid of
The Developer Diaries, no one dares to share, made by techies, told without filters. These are raw, honest diary style podcasts where real developers openly talk about the ugly truth, working in tech, and places where Kenyan and African techies can finally speak the quiet parts out loud.